But we haven't seen that for a while now. I think in MPL PH I've seen a couple of Estes Barat's game, but not. Sorry, it was it wasn't Estes here. It was actually Florin with the Baxia. So is Baxia jungle good here for Bleed Esports? Because right now nobody has kind of figured out how to deal with the Barats here. So far, it's always been about quote-unquote true damage, right? And so far, most of the true damage heroes here, if we were to include here, is going to be Export, Leslie, Alpha, as well as Carry. So I don't know. Like, I feel like Export against Barats isn't too bad just because true damage, you know?
Yeah, I think here, support pick, unless they're super confident in their EXP going blind into that matchup, and it looks like they're going to be showing off the Lolita this time round. I like it a lot. Good ways to reflect a majority of the projectiles, whether it's from the Shadow Strike, or even when it comes down to Natan's basic auto attacks. It's going to deter Bleed a little bit here, but at the end of the day, some really good ultimates to steal.
Actually, this is pretty good, you know. Like, the shield usually reflects, like, if you, let's say you throw a single target spell, you reflect a single target spell. But in this case, the Tans are AoE. So, same can be said for Moskov as well, but if you reflect in the right timing, that's some serious damage heading into their way. But Bleed Esports, their response is going to be the CC Arkai. So, pinning them down is going to be the way to go. Means that if Moskov gets caught off, he's not going to be able to get out.
Akai was very atypical here. It could have been like Baxia or Akai. Either way, the Akai is going to be a lot better considering they also have to deal with the Numenon Blast on top of having to deal with the Faramis Netherrealm as well. But the blind CC, generally just a strong EXP laner. Let's see what RRQ want to do for Sena.
Export or Paquito. Or maybe even Yuzhong. Yuzhong's just completely open here. Oh, okay. They picked the Yuzhong. That's nice. I like the drafts here from RRQ.
I think RRQ Sena has the stronger draft as of right now. I think they weren't expecting this Lolita pick. I think that's totally fine. These neutral fights are going to be very interesting. Like Sena, as long as their laners are able to leave the lane first, it'll be quite the advantage. So they're going to be playing around EXP for the most part, knowing that Natan needs some time to scale, so he's not going to participate. But at the same time, that Moskov can intercept that fight with his ultimate, and we haven't seen that work out too well just yet.
Yeah, I feel like Bleed Esports has a very, very good chance of winning if they play around Lolita's timings. But if RRQ Sena is able to buy this time long enough for this Moskov to come online, as well as the Yuzhong, Bleed Esports is going to lose the late game potential, and I'm worried about this.
Well, let's see whether or not it's going to be enough here between Bleed Esports up on the blue side, up against RRQ Sena on the red side as we start loading into this game. Let's see where the resources are going to be given to win. It looks like for Ians, it's going to be gold side. For Yon, it's going to be EXP.
Yeah, and seeing how this is happening as well, they're actually having the Barats, you know, a little bit of assistance here. Yon, no assistance so far, but I'm surprised the wave clear speed on Yon is a little bit quicker. I was expecting Barats to actually outmatch this because of those stacks.
Nah, not in the earlier sector. Not in the earlier sector. And let's not forget, some early leashing as well does help. You see the instant invade from the mid lane just to get information on where Yon is going to be. Jay and Gear have to respond.
Yeah, Edo taking a little bit of damage here. Great poking coming in from Gear as well. This is an Arlott roam coming in from Bleed Esports. And so far, I like the flexibility coming from MYSG. We're always thinking about flexibility, and it's working out right now. And here comes the pull coming in. iDog, I don't think he has the damage. It's so close to level 2. Just got it, but his shield is not going to do much.
The Ghost Bursters was still on cooldown, and now Ians gets to walk in for free and steals away a camp against Yon. The bottom side has been compromised. However, I will say that especially for Toy, he's doing a good job against Seiji. If he cancels that recall, doesn't matter. He loses 2 minions on top side. One of them is a Ballista minion.
Oh boy. So seeing how this is happening here, RRQ Sena with a very, very good start, especially for Ians as well. He got it very early, level 4. You can see even CC as well, playing a little bit safe. Daytona's welcome, not going to connect. Ooh, okay, Sackett able to escape that, but RRQ Sena, they're just putting pressure down bottom for now.
Yeah, I think this is totally fine. They're going to hit level 4 first. We aren't seeing the movement from a J to rush level 4 either. This turtle should fall into the hands of RRQ Sena, and if he walks up too far, he's dead.
They're just freezing the lane, expecting Sagitnu to actually just walk up. But at the same time, they need the level 4 Armor knockdown. But for now, middle lane, iDog Getting dived in, but they force a spell here. He doesn't even use the flicker though, I'm surprised.
Yep, they give up on Gears level 4. Dyren, he should be able to hit level 4 and Black Dragon form to zone them away. Let's see how the heavy spin is going to get utilized.
Yeah, they've got force up on A-Dog as well. Numenon Blast available. Black Dragon has been expended, but Yon, he's going to try and zone them out. Heavy spin, secures the turtle, needs to get out. Numenon Blast, oh, almost catching gear. They are able to get out, but at the same time, Jay was able to catch them while trying to get out the Numenon Blast, and they lose Jay, but still, Sena 1-0.
Not too bad here. They only lose Jay, but this allows Yon to actually catch up in EXP because he was able to retribute away that turtle. You should be hitting level 4 sooner rather than later. Yeah, but it's already too late. He lost the opportunity to turn things around.
It's so unfortunate though. Like, this is just really, really sad to see. Like, because of one level difference, Bleed Esports, even though they had the mechanics and the right idea, they just can't do anything about it because they're just one spell behind.
I mean, it's not that bad because at the end of the day, Bleed still can scale into the later stages of the game, right? As much as Toy is able to get ahead in his lane, once Seiji starts catching up in terms of just raw items and stats, I think that's where RQ Sena have to think twice about it, right? This early game doesn't matter if they end up giving 5 kills over during mid-game.
Ooh, speaking of mid-game right now.
Man, this is brutal. This CC cannot play the game.
He can't even get XP or farm.
I mean, CC gets the move first, but like, what is that going to matter? There's nothing on the map to fight for unless Sagitnu is going to show up by gold.
Speaking of Sagitnu right now,
my God,
behind Edo, he does have the Numenon Blast. They do see where Jay is, but he does have the Nether Realm. He's not popped up yet for now. They're holding in for now. Final Slash comes in. They are going to focus on Edo, and he's going to be the first to fall. And the Nether Realm comes in, but it's going to be completely off the mark.
Really good pathing from Sagitnu here. Really, really good pathing. Making sure that, again, suspecting that somebody might be sitting in Tribrush, suspecting somebody might be sitting in the River Bush as well. He waits for his team to actually start walking up before he does anything, denying that information, forcefully told RQ Sena, hey, if Sagitnu is not here, this is, you know, an advantage in our sector. We can actually take the fight, which was their big mistake.
1-1 right now. Turtle in the control of Sena. Yon looking for the play. Numenon Blast completely whiffing the mark. A-Dog is going to be a point of focus right now. They still have the Nether Realm coming in for RQ Sena. Do they commit to this? But now, top side, we do see a fight here. But at the same time, Heavy Spin has been used. They have to disengage from this fight. They do find Darren here. He is going to fall in the hands of the tower. But Jay, once again, getting picked off from the side. But here, he's looking to try and finish off A-Dog as well. He's dropping down low. Sugit is there to poke them, but they lose Jay as well as Seiji up top. A solo kill by Toy.
Yeah, this is why it's really, really dangerous. Before Seiji gets his first items, he has to be worried about the Inspire, which is a big game changer for Toy in these types of 1v1s. Octa gonna try and check out the lane brush just to ensure that Toy can take this for free, and now Bleed Esports on the back foot.
Ugh, this is weird. Like, I feel like Bleed Esports is in a situation where they shouldn't be losing this much, and now here, getting picked off, he's gonna try and lose him as well. XP for a roam. I think Bleed finally, you know, is sick of it. Sagit, I'm bored of this. Like, enough is enough.
Yep, Sagitnu now should be able to crack open the tier 1 down bot side unless Farmis makes it there in time, which I think he should just about make it. Sagitnu can still take this away. Yep, we don't see the Shadow Stampede. We don't see the Ghost Burst as well, so he's willing to give that up.
Heavy Spin also being used as well to actually try and zone them out, try and secure the farm. But for now, it seems like Bleed Esports, they have a very clear idea on how they should be playing right now. Just try and bait off Edo. And right now, Toy gets a nice pin here. Gear, he's in a little bit of trouble here. He's trying to sweep them up. 4-man sweep, but where's the follow-up? No follow-up coming through from Bleed Esports. They lose him. Yon forces out Retribution on Ian still. But is it going to matter here? One level advantage. Sagit now. Going for a couple pokes, but RQ says enough.
I think that RQ currently control the tempo, right? Bleed don't get to predetermine where these fights are unless RQ Sena makes an overextension. And I don't see that happening right now. With a 1.7k lead and Toy doing well in the lane against Natan, he's already got a full level up and 2 kills, which already tells us that in terms of game plan, they're accelerated.
Well, Team Black Dragon also uses Zone him off, and Seiji You know, still tanking the turret here. He's trying to force RQ under turret, but at the same time, they secure the objectives. And now, Edo, he's got the shields. Do they want to dive this?
No.
Nope, they can't.
They can't do it right now. 100 more seconds, 106 more seconds until the next turtle actually spawns. And unfortunately for Natan, he is not going to be able to touch this wave. RRQ are going to choke him out for the rest of this game.
Oh boy, this is starting to get a little bit annoying for Bleed Esports, but no, they might suck in as well. They're diving in as well, but the Vengeance comes in. I think he might actually die this here. Suck in, he's gonna go in for the 1v1. Toy is gonna run for it as well. He uses his ultimate, but no, it's his ultimate timed down, but he survives with 1 HP. He's got the sustain. Now the heavy spin comes in to try and keep him alive. He's baiting RQ into position, but Yon, he uses heavy spin. He's taking too much bleed. They need to get out. Can they get out as well? The wind comes in. No, he's gonna be dragged back into the jungles, and RRQ picks them out. Oh my god.
Really unfortunate for Sagitnu. Definitely had a couple of moments where he could secure the kill against Toy, but that Inspire really makes all the difference here in the decisions being made by Sagitnu. As long as he has that Inspire, he can turn that fight around, especially if his dash is off of cooldown and give him the extra attack speed. Really looking like he turns from 0 back to 100 in no time. 40 seconds until the next objective, and so far, RQ Sena, they're setting up for checkmate super early on in this game with a 2.7k lead. They control the underhand of Bleed Esports before they slowly wrap their hands around their necks.
8 minutes in the game and Toy is already stealing the orange buff away from the Barrage, but he's attacking so fast right now. Jens waiting for the fight, but no retaliation. Bleed, they're just tickling him.
I mean, they did get the Daytona's welcome out of him. That's something that Bleed Esports needs to keep in mind. They are falling behind. Like, Ians is currently 2 levels ahead of Yon, which is unideal, but it doesn't mean that this game is over just yet.
How is Edok not found yet? Like, he's in a very awkward position in the hands of Bleed Esports, but no one saw him at all.
I mean, he's sneaking through the cracks of vision, right? Fog of War is a big problem for Bleed Esports. They don't have a lot of map space to work with, considering that their turrets have been taken down so early, pre-10 minutes.
Oh, the Lord Dance comes in. Edok will find Jay. Does have the shield still. He's saving up for the right moment. Finally drops it. Final Surge comes in. They are going to try and burst him down. Half HP here. Toy goes in for the spear. Doesn't connect with the stun, but they will reset for this fight.
They gotta play this really, really slow here, because RQ Sena, they want this fight around this very first Lord. They know they can almost guaranteed in their hands. It's like, you know, he's just tickling the front lines, right? He doesn't deal enough damage.
Oh, that was a very, very weird angle here. Edo had the shield up, but Sagit's shield not reflected back.
I mean, it's not considered a projectile, unfortunately.
Well, actually, it does reflect it back. But at the same time, top side, Toy now getting pinned to the wall. That's going to be the kill that Bleed Esports needs. Now, middle lane as well. They are going to be forcefully following the fight as well. Netherrail comes, he keeps them all alive. The Numenon Blast does connect, but Sagit was barely able to connect as well. So now RQ, they've lost everything. They lose their gold laner, but they're trying to buy time for him to come back online here. But top side, they will lose a tier 2 for Bleed Esports, and this is Bleed Esports' answer to bounce back.
Really nice macro from the side of Bleed Esports here, being able to kind of juggle that pressure from RRQ Sena, especially when RRQ Sena has the tempo and wants to control this very first Lord fight. Look at how much the gold has evened out because they took way too long.
Oh, speaking of which here, again, RRQ going for the Lord Dance once again. They're sending up Toy on the top side, hoping to get a little bit more value, but Bleed now calling in the Natan from the back lines. Do they fight this though?
I think RRQ Sena just leave Moskov on the top side of the map, right? They need to make sure they have some kind of information about...
Oh, here. He's going to get stopped out as well. He might be chain stun all the way through. Here he comes. Here, he's a little bit tanky here. Jay trying to poke onto Ian. Lord down to his half HP. Moskov with the spear comes in. He finally comes in here. He's going to be pinned his way down. He's going to be the first to fall, but the storm comes in and they secure the Lord from the side of Bleed Esports. They've lost one so far. They even baited out the Netherrealm. RQ was able to trade 1-for-1 Darren for gear. I think Bleed Esports just had the better trade right now.
That was really nice from the side of Bleed Esports. Really, really nice indeed. Now the tier 1s start to fall. They're willing to sacrifice these tier 1s just to kind of buy an extra 5 minutes into this game, right? Just to allow Seiji to catch back up to Toy, who currently has already completed the Trinity build. At this point, he's looking for situational items, and he's already completed the Rose Gold Meteor, in comparison to Seiji, who now has finished 3 items, looking for a 4th.
Yeah, Sagi now dropping a little bit low here, gets pulled back, but does pop the Vengeance here. RQ not gonna be taking unnecessary risks, but they can though. Final Slash comes in, the spear completely whiffing the mark. And RQ says, okay, there's a Lord marching down the top side, let's just take a chill pill.
I don't know if they can take a chill pill here. They just want to deny farm from the side of Bleed. Every single time they walk up, they respawn. Man-to-man defense so far for RQ Sena. And it looks like they're willing to give up the mid-tier 1 for this. I don't think they want to give up the mid-tier 2, though. Top side is building up a lot. Same goes for bottom. If Bleed plays this correct, they might have 2 simultaneous waves coming down onto RRQ Sena.
Well, they technically can right now. Lord coming in. Eons. The Daytona's well got cancelled? Oh no, he's not gonna take the bait as well. Octa looking for the pull, but they somehow get the defense here.
Oh no, Seiji ends up utilizing his entropy. He should get it back up by the next wave, but they cleared up topside, so the next time he can do it is down by bot. And now we see Bleed rotating to that area of the map. Even Gear just remembering that the final slash is from left to right, so he's angling himself to push the rest of RQ members back into the enemy lines.
Oh no, the timing here! What a reaction from Eons.
Really nice reaction, but at the same time, to Gear, this is worth it. No Daytona's welcome compared to a final slash. I'll take it.
My goodness, like, how did he just take, like, I know Daytona's welcome is instant, but he popped it as soon as he knew Gear was going to go for the final slash. Just to get the CC immune animation and just instantly cancelled it.
Hey man,
that's crazy.
That's why make Arlet great again. Hashtag give it back his 0-time reaction final slash. No way you can react to that move sometimes, man. But now with a little bit of a delay, people are really on the ball.
Yeah, but now speaking of those fights right now, as you can see, no lane. Bleed Esports finally gets a little bit more control. Like, this Lolita is starting to hurt RRQ Sena a little bit more now. But the final slash comes in, Darren getting dived in a little bit half HP. They get the 2-man link coming from Bleed Esports, but they still have Octa on that Nether Realm. So they're trying to make a little bit more play, but again, Toy is going to be the priority right now, but he is going to be able to get out, and Bleed will be forced to disengage. Lord is already going to spawn on the top side, and as you can see, Jens is already in position to Bleed. What are they going to do? Are they still going to commit to this?
I think so far Bleed has been making like the correct choices every single time. The question is, how much do they get away with it, right? How much of a, well, I wouldn't say a discount, but how much has RRQ Sena going to tax them when they make those moves? They were able to trade 1-for-1, which is unideal for RRQ Sena because they're the ones ahead, right? So that's when we see Bleed utilizing their experience in strong macro. Look at them. They've already caught up with the lead, if not surpassed them by 700. And this Lord Dance is so important for RRQ Sena if they want to try and close out this game.
Yep, risky here, but Yon, he's gonna get gobbled out right now. He's level 14, but Nimona Blast connects, pins in place, dropping a bit too low, but yes, he's dead! They lose the Lord trade once again, and now here comes double Netherlands coming from both sides here. Bleed Esports, they're collecting as well. They find a double kill up on Darren. Toy with the spear, but not gonna be making the dive here. And the RQ Sena, oh, what a misplay, but somehow Ian survives, but Darren did not.
Man, this is really frustrating because RQ Sena, they lost their members before they can even get the Farmus ult into play, right? Octa wasn't able to use his Netherrealm, and he's not willing to use it for just one person. I'm surprised that Dyron melted just like that, but that's where Bleed Esports really shines. Great target priority, great setup specifically from Gear.
Yeah, Seiji's just got so much damage here, and you know, for Edok not being able to reflect the Natan is just so unfortunate. But for now, Ian, does have the Daytona's welcome here. Yon trying to go for a little bit of poke damage here, but they will lose a tier 3 for now. Bleed Esports continuing with their slow assault. Final slash pulls Ian's back. He's going to be bursted out here, but he forced the Nether Realm. Yon forced going to hit his spin here, but he will be caught off, and he's going to be picked off here. And here comes the spear. Do they go for it here? They are. Yes, they will. Gear will be the next one to fall. Complete shutdown. They lose 2 in one small play, and now Darren is not letting them off the hook, but the stolen Black Dragon gives him out to safety for Jay. With just one small mistake, RRQ flips the table.
Nicely done by Toy as well, expecting the stun to come out as soon as he takes his own shadow from the ult, dashes out of the way, and still is able to get a lockdown onto Gear to allow the rest of the team to eventually pick 2 off for that movement. Right now, Bleed, they recognize, right? Team fighting these guys is really, really tough. So we have to make sure that we play around our ultimates, play around our cooldowns, look for that quick burst back away, because RRQ so far with the way that Toy is playing, it's really difficult to catch him off a position.
Speaking of position here, we don't see a Divine Glaive up on Seiji though. So is he gonna swap his shoe for the Divine Glaive for more damage?
To be fair, he doesn't really need it, right? His main targets is Toy, Octa, and Dyren. Everybody else is kind of like, I can eventually whittle you down.
True, but now with the Daytona's welcome to start things off. He does catch on Circuit, but now with the Vengeance pumping as well. But the heavy spin isolates and pushes the Netherrealm out, but somehow still manages the proc from RRQ. Sena, Lumina Blast! Connects on 4! And Bleed Esports on the defense. They need to run it. Seiji will survive, but they've lost 2. What a setup from RRQ Sena.
Really nicely done by RRQ Sena, playing to their win cons, finding the choke point. Bleed could not escape, and now they're going to be losing another tier 2 in the mid lane to RRQ Sena. Another one of those fights could be an endgame scenario for them, so Bleed, they've got to be careful. They minimize the damage, only losing 2 of their members, and Yon, he's back up, but can he do this? Okay. Can he make the steal of a lifetime?
No, he showed himself here.
No, they don't see him. They don't see him.
Oh no. Okay, he
posture.
Okay, sure.
Let him posture. Let him posture.
Okay. He's threatening in here. Eons does have it as well. He goes for the heavy spin. He's trying to chip him down here, but he's taking so much damage as well. He got stopped, but he misses the Reggie, and he's gonna fall. He's got immortality. He got the Winter Trunk. He's not gonna even bother here. He's just gonna be dead.
Yeah, a little unfortunate. I definitely think that Eon probably should have held a little bit longer to his ult, but that could have been an end game scenario, right? Nobody in position to actually activate, capitalize on this back door, as RRQ Sena are going to be walking with the Lord on that top side, or they can play towards the bottom side to finish off that last tier 2.
Yeah, but now orange buff up on Moskov once again. Bleed Esports, they have to be a little bit more careful here. A very risky play from Yon. Somehow, still will be back in action in about 20 seconds. So that's a good thing for him. Oof, boy, tough.
Now we're just waiting for them to collide, right? Syncing up the waves. They want to make sure that they have some kind of, well, doesn't look like they have synced up waves for the first push. They're waiting for the second one for the minions to start clumping up together, and they're posturing to maybe intersect Bleed if they walk out from past their inhibitors.
Well, middle turret. Gonna be the focus here from RRQ. They pop the Black Dragon for now to zone them out. Looking for a little bit more cash gear. Going for the final stage, but no, he made a mistake. He's gonna be gobbled in as well. Now he needs to get out. Immediately flickers to disengage. Netherrealm has been used as well. RRQ keep things a little bit more as well. Moskov doing a fantastic job, but Bleed is gonna lose all points of defense, and RRQ Sena shuts down the comeback for Bleed as they take game 1 against the Singaporeans.
Good endgame scenario by RRQ Sena. Bleed just did not have enough time to think of a direct way to crack open the spearhead. That's going to be 1-0 for RRQ Sena. They need one more to move on to the winners 1-0 bracket with the rest of the lobby. But Bleed